We're live. This is your boy
What's
Steve,
up?
back with Colossal
My,
Boxing Talk. Here to introduce the four horsemen of the Colossal Boxing Talk. Go ahead and introduce
soon to
y'all.
be five. It's your boy Big Cool, Jarrell, aka Big Cool, Bama boy, and I'm in here.
It's your boy Mouse. Pennsylvania in the building, you dig? Let's go. I
You
think we
want to
go.
introduce yourself? Can you hear us?
That's Black
This
Cat,
is
aka Smooth Cat.
okay.
All right, we're
All
gonna
right,
talk.
well, we're gonna open up. We got to talk about last night's Showtime Championship boxing card that was headlined by Adrian Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor. Opening bout was Steven Upshur versus Andre Berto. What were y'all thoughts on that fight? The ones that seen it, hope y'all did see it.
Okay, my take on it is this. Early on in the fight, like you say, Berto came out being physical, and in the first round, it looked like Steve was still trying to get a feel for him. The second round, Steve caught him with a series of 4 or 5 left hooks in a row, and he shook Berto up. And me, honestly, from that point, I thought Steve was gonna go to the body a little more, and then go back with the left hooks. It looked as if like he got a little bit of he got a little trigger happy by swinging at the head and just kept going. And then it got to the point where Berto used his veteran like tactics and tied him up to regain his composure and whatnot. And after that, I mean, I feel it was an overall close fight, but the right guy won.
That's what I feel. I feel that actually you could argue that Steve, crazy as it may sound, that he won at least 4 to 5 rounds. If you would look at it, the last 3 rounds I gave to him. You know what I'm saying? He was active. He was landing
Yeah.
hard shots. Berto was tiring down. Wearing down. So people might look at me like, well, how you gonna score 5 for him or whatever. But I think Berto did deserve to win, but he just wasn't aggressive enough. And when he was aggressive, it was a thing of beauty because his left hook had some serious power. And I remember you called it in the interview
Yep.
when we did it with him a few weeks ago that his left hook would be the key. It was, but he just didn't throw it enough. He didn't use his jab enough to control the distance and keep Berto at bay. And it was a good performance, which he deserves another big fight, whether it's on HBO Showtime or whatever. But he just next out he has to be more active and use his jab and use his height because he had a big height advantage. But Berto
Yeah.
made up for it with his speed and activity. His jab was a factor as well. His jab fucked up the eyes Upshur. So it was a
Hey,
good
hey,
fight.
now you know something else too. Now, what I was telling Steve is when Berto throws the right hand, he leaps into it like that. And I was telling him if he takes a step back when he does it and throw the left hook, then he'll catch Berto with something that Berto ain't gonna see, and he can possibly drop him. But as we seen, and as he said he got enough power to hurt you. He just I think if he was a bigger puncher, I think he'd have got Berto out of there. But like I say, hey, much respect go to both of them.
Yep.
I congratulate Berto for putting up a good performance, and I congratulate Steve for being a warrior and hanging in there.
And Berto still got something left. And the people saying he shot, I don't think he shot. He always had that shaky chin, kinda. Even though he was never put down, he always, was shooken up in fights. So I don't
Right.
think his chin is necessarily damaged or anything. And I think he can beat a lot of fighters if he stays focused and keeps, improving and, take one step at a time. He's not ready to fight a Thurman or somebody like that off the back. But
We
I'd like
talking,
to see him take on Victor Ortiz in a rematch next.
we talking about Berto?
Yeah.
We're talking about Upshur Berto fight, but Berto now.
I know, but I was referring to your statement. You said that you think he has a shaky chin.
I said I don't think his chin is shaky, like
Oh,
far as it's bad or anything. But he's always been buckled, not like severely buckled, but he always you see in previous fights where
Where it gets shook up.
he gets shook up, but it's not nothing that you say well he's chinny and that Keith Thurman will automatically walk through him, but You
Well, I
know,
think I'll
he's
come on.
hittable.
I think Keith Thurman will walk right through Berto. I'll say it.
Oh, see, Styles. Of course, I would agree with that, but we see crazy thing. We thought Berto was gonna walk through Victor Ortiz, who had quit before. Styles make
No,
fights.
no.
Said,
Berto,
I think I was one of the only ones to pick Victor Ortiz for that fight.
well,
Berto,
let me speak for myself. I thought Berto was gonna just take his soul from him because back then he had the speed and power, and Victor Ortiz didn't have the best chin and didn't have the best mental. Uh, had the best mental strength at the time. So I don't know,
Hey,
man. Styles make fights. Any given fight, you can win or lose.
I'll even go on record and say this. I predicted that when Berto and Mosley were supposed to fight, I said that Mosley was gonna knock Berto out in 5 rounds or less. And I was a
Where,
Berto,
where the tape
and
at?
I like Berto.
Where this tape at? Where the tape at? You saying this?
That
Man,
was way
you
before.
know it
That
won
was
at the
way before
time.
I used to put myself on camera. That was way before I was putting myself on camera.
CJ, what's your thoughts on it, man? What's your thoughts on Berto the fight or whatever you've seen of the fight?
I ain't watched the fight,
You ain't watched none of it?
but I ain't had no cable. My cable was out because it was storm. So
Oh
I
well,
didn't get to
what you
see
okay?
Keith Thurman versus Berto. Berto get walked through. Keith Thurman walked through.
But I'm saying he shouldn't fight him next. He should fight Ortiz or maybe
I,
Guerrero or Soto
I
Karasu,
don't
get
think
his
Ortiz
revenge.
deserves another
I
shot.
like to see him fight Luis Collazo next.
they tried to
A
make
rematch of their first fight was out the chain.
they tried to
Right.
I
make
like
a rematch already. That Berto and Ortiz rematch, and for some reason, it's
He failed the
not.
steroids.
drug test.
You
He
know,
failed.
He he, he
I
had an
don't,
antibody. He failed tested positive for anabolic steroids. Berto did.
I don't know. It's tough. Like I think Berto was never. I think Berto's always been an average fighter. Uh,
I don't know. I can't say average, man. I can't
it's,
say average.
He got one of the biggest bankrolls in boxing, though. His pocket's one of
I
the
can't
deep.
say.
what
Remember,
you
I
say?
I want
who
go
who he's
go
fighting
ahead.
that
My
time?
bad.
Hey, who was Andre Berto fighting that time? That he barely beat him, but he really lost. Was that Collazo?
Yeah, Colazo,
Yeah.
that was a close fight. That was a
Yep.
close fight. That was a close.
See,
Collazo
I,
did
look,
that. Why did
he
Collazo
never
do
beat,
that shit?
he's
That was
never
Huh?
beat
Collazo.
the top guys. I mean, Victor Ortiz, he got Victor Ortiz, and Victor. I mean, he gave Victor Ortiz a run for his money. Don't get me wrong, but Victor Ortiz at that time was the most dangerous opponent for him. But
Right.
we saw Victor
at the
Ortiz.
time,
We saw
At the
Victor
time,
Ortiz.
yes.
We saw Victor Ortiz,
oh,
what happened to Victor Ortiz's career and how that folded out. So, I mean, Berto has really never beat an elite fighter.
but also you got to look at Victor Ortiz wasn't elite at the time.
That's what
Uh,
I'm
I,
so
I don't know if Mosley was elite. I don't know if the version he was gonna fight of Mosley was elite either. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get a
He
chance to
was coming up beating
fight
the
him.
hell out of Margarito.
exactly. So he's always been a pushing B minus fighter. I mean, Berto will
But
never
that's not
be
average though. That's not average.
the average. I mean,
That's
he's
above average.
I would say above average.
Saying over here about what Andre Berto is. He is an average boxer with exceptional athletic ability. That's exactly what he is. He all athlete, no boxer skill. That's
Hey,
Andre
I can't say he don't got no boxing
those
skills,
exact
man.
same words that CJ are using now, I'm going to use those later on to explain another fighter.
Berto. Name AB. Name
I will say
AB.
this. I give Berto credit.
Adrian Broner not the
Adrian
athlete
Broner
that
got skill. Adrian
yeah
Broner got
Broner not
skill.
that yeah Broner
Berto,
not the athlete that Berto is.
at least Adrian Broner can throw a check hook. Berto can't even do that.
Broner got way better skills. He just doesn't
He don't have no feet. He got
have
fat.
dedication to the
I ain't gonna
Right.
say dedication, man.
sport.
But people what get me like upset with that. They keep people worry about like a fighter's social life too much. I understand that he's in the limelight, but if you
I'm
take
not.
yourself
I'm not.
out and be like
Yeah, but
unbiased,
we not
no,
talking.
not you, Miguel. I'm just saying that.
Cause I speak. Listen,
No,
I speak.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Miguel.
You can hear me, Mike? Jerome?
I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
I can
You
hear you.
breaking up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Go ahead, Mouse. Jarrell breaking
No,
up.
I'm saying that I'm not basing it on his social life. What he does outside of the ring is on him. I don't give a fuck what he do outside the ring. But I mean, realistically speaking, he don't listen to his corner for nothing. He a clown in that ring. You can't succeed in the sport if you don't have a good team and you don't follow the basics of boxing. He's a show in there. I mean, Roy Jones was a showman in the ring. Floyd Mayweather, he's done his showman. Moses, we've all seen him do it, but you never seen them go out of character and just straight ignore their corner like they was above their corner. Listen, at the end of the day, your trainers go and they put the game plan for a reason, and that's what he does. I don't give a fuck if he goes on a stripper or what he does. That's him. I mean, he got money.
No, I'm not talking out there about you, Miguel. I'm just saying in general. Every time you talk about or anybody talk about Broner or Floyd or whoever, you always got to bring up the person instead of just being critical of him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for us to be critical of people because they're in the limelight. But I don't know CJ personally like that, or Mike or you. But we could be doing the same thing they doing. It's just not broadcast because we're not celebrities. So before we try to judge people on what they're doing, we should just hold them and say, you know what? Yeah, it's easy for us to judge because we see them. But would we want them judging us if we was if the roles were reversed? I'm saying strictly judge him on a fighter. We know he's we know he's cocky. We know he's loudmouth. He says some ignorant things, but let's just strictly judge him on a fighter. And if you judge him strictly as a fighter, he has a lot of work to do. But he's a capable guy of beating a lot of guys in his division. But people let his antics, cloud their judgment on him as a fighter. That's what I'm saying. Not you personally, just a lot of people on Facebook.
I'm speaking solely as a fighter. I'm not even speaking anything. I'm speaking on the fact of him as a fighter. He got no respect for his corner. You know what I mean? It's all right for you to be a showman, but he takes that to another level when he's inside the ring. I'm not even talking outside the ring. I mean, you got to understand that your team puts your game plan together. Listen, I believe Broner has all the skills and ability to be the best at his division, but I think he clowns around a lot too much in that ring trying to sell his fight. And what should be easy fights for him, he makes it harder than what it should be. And that's strictly inside the ring. That's not even outside the ring.
I agree, but go ahead.
I'm saying that there's a whole bunch of fights that it should be easy for him just to walk through because he has that ability. A lot of people don't understand the ability and talent he has, but it's the simple fact that he has to do that clown bullshit inside the ring that gets him in trouble. If he would just stick to...
All right, I hear that, but look, Broner at an early age, I don't want to compare him to Floyd and his resume as far as his age and the level of fighters. Listen, Mike, before you start laughing, man, I'm talking about the level of competition that give him a problem. Who would take on a Marcus? Would Floyd take on a Marcos Maidana or whatever if he was Broner's age, knowing that you see his fighting style and how he, what his ultimate goal was as far as where he's in? CJ.
How
many times have we been?
He took on Gennaro Hernandez early.
I know take that fight.
But I mean, he thought Maidana.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about Steve.
He just got dropped by Josito Lopez, so he probably thought it was gonna be an easy fight. He was wrong.
But I'm saying,
but I see what you're saying.
Really,
I see what you're saying. You talk about he out there because he want to fight the best, and I believe
that's why he's not always looking as good. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna look as great. You're an A fighter fighting a C fighter. That's what I'm saying. Even though he has special ability, certain fighters give certain fighters problems. And Broner would, just like he gave Floyd problems, Floyd's way better than Broner, you still getting a rematch. Whether it's because he don't want to fight whoever or he just can't fight whoever, he's still rematching Maidana, who is, a couple classes below Floyd, who beat the hell out of Broner. That's what I'm saying. You just got to look at who he's choosing to fight.
But Floyd,
I ain't see Berto fight nobody tough. I ain't see Berto.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Berto's not. I mean, Floyd on a different level than all these fighters. See, what people don't understand, people criticize Floyd's outside of the ring shit. But Floyd trained 365 days of the year. Floyd's at 147 the whole year. You know what I mean? He's
I'm saying, but
okay, let's move it on.
yeah.
What did y'all think about Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor?
Hold on, wait.
You skipped the fight, dog. You
Ortiz
skipped
versus,
Lucas Matisse and Roberto Ortiz.
Whatever his name is. Ortiz and Matisse. What y'all think about that premature stoppage?
Well, I didn't think. Well, Matisse looked like he was the bigger puncher. He landed a good shot to the liver. It was over. Bullshit stoppage. And that's my thoughts on the fight.
I look at it like this. At first, I was thinking it was a bullshit stoppage too. But when Masa Ortiz, you spit your mouthpiece out. You did all that shit to take extra time. So that shit factors into it. And you got up about 9.5. So the fight
he still got up, man. Come on, man. You can't say that. The breath was knocked out of him, man.
Because you can go back to Castillo and Corrales, where Corrales mouthpiece. How many times?
About 20 times.
That was a bullshit stoppage.
Thank you.
Listen, coming from you as a trainer, I'm telling you as a trainer perspective. When if my fighter goes down and he hurt like that, like from a body shot, take the 9 count. You have the 10 to get up.
No. Hey, I'm not disagreeing with it. I didn't see a problem with him taking the 9 count. Well, what I'm saying is, when it got to the point where he had 9, you should have got up instead of sitting there.
He was getting up, man. He was getting up. Come on, man. He got up at 9, man.
But that's the point. It's like it's a split second type thing.
Oh no, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
And leaned on the ropes.
He should have got up at 8. Come on, man. Dude, you taught to take. Sometimes you see what you remember when Tim Bradley took the 9 count or whatever.
Yes, I've seen that. But did you also see Bradley got up quicker than that?
Okay, but he didn't take a body shot though. He took a head shot. It take longer to recuperate. Man, what fight was this? This was a Kendall Hope fight or one of the fights. It wasn't Provodnikov.
No, I'm talking about the Ruslan Provodnikov fight. He
didn't take no 9 count. He didn't take a 9. I'm talking about when he voluntarily took. He voluntarily took the 9 count.
He took a 9 count at the end. Remember at the end he took that
exactly.
count.
But I'm not talking about that fight. I'm talking about the one where he was clearly. It was early in the fight. I think it was Kendall Hope. One of these guys.
Yeah, his leg was twitching.
Yeah, he took the 9 count, man. Like the referees, that was a bullshit stoppage, man.
Dog, I don't know how he got up from that motherfucker. That nigga was asleep. Bradley got balls. He got bronze balls, dog. That was a hell of a left hook.
What you gotta understand is when you got 2 punches in the ring, you can't stop a fight like that. You know what I mean? You gotta wait. It wasn't like Ortiz was out or he wasn't conscious of what was going on. He got up. He looked fine. You know what I mean? The referee takes a look in his eyes. That's what they come over and they check you for. I've seen guys get up at freaking 9.5, almost 10, and still the fight goes on. You got 2 punches. You know what I mean?
I seen Butte who was out on his feet against Andrade. He got a 20 count.
He was in his hometown though, right? Was he in his hometown?
It don't matter though. It don't matter though. The point, no, it don't matter.
That was bullshit, but he was in his hometown.
But the outcome it's gonna be the same regardless.
How we know that, man? How you know anything that other than the knockdown?
If he went down in the body shot from I didn't see it, but if he went down from a body shot in the second round, he wasn't lasting too much longer.
Man, come on, man. Everybody thought that about.
I didn't visually see the fight, but if you got him dropping a body shot that early, you was in trouble anyway. Your ass was grass.
Who thought Corrales was gonna get up against Castillo? Who thought that after this knockdown he suffered? Who thought it?
You comparing legends to ESPN fighters, not stop it.
Come on, man. Listen to your comments, CJ. CJ, listen to that statement you made. I'm not. Who a legend?
I like Corrales. Corrales is my nigga. He a legend in my eyes.
Okay, he a great fighter, but Mike, please talk some sense into this dude, man. I'm not comparing the skill. I'm not comparing skill-wise. I'm just saying.
Just with Floyd Mayweather. What you talking about?
But you talking about I'm comparing legends. Almost don't count though. Almost don't count. Maidana almost beat him too, but it didn't happen.
Anyway, man, let's move on. Talk about AB. about business, about billions. Came in versus Emmanuel Taylor, made it a tougher fight than it was. I watched him this fight. Taylor was coming out trying to apply pressure, and I think he might have wore himself out early trying to throw all them punches. His output was above his average, but he was
Taylor made that fight tough.
He was out of his character.
Yeah,
Taylor made that fight tougher than him, man. Y'all discredited Taylor when you said Broner made the fight tougher than he had to. Taylor was the aggressive. Taylor made that fight tougher for Broner than anybody.
Taylor did make that fight tougher.
All Broner had to do was counter and move to the side, but he couldn't do that because he got fat man's feet.
He can't box. He was getting pressure, so
he got his daddy's feet. He got his daddy's feet.
Well, at least he got his daddy's belly. But hey.
He got his daddy's feet. But y'all niggas ignorant.
Man, shut up. For real, this one of these. This thing got taken a whole left turn, but hey, like I said, Broner, he improving. I like his head movement. He uses jab more. He threw more punches. He might start to be getting comfortable at 140. I think his power is starting to grow with him. But it was a good performance. Hopefully, he faces Matisse next.
I say this. Win. Hey, I like what I was seeing from Broner. I like a lot of things I was seeing from him. And hey, I pretty much expected Taylor to be there with him all night and have a good fight. Now, what shocked me the most about the fight was how Broner actually how he put that little last combo together when he dropped him with that uppercut slash hook, that hybrid punch. That's what impressed me the most.
That was beautiful.
He sat there. He threw those banging punches, and everybody was looking like, oh, okay, they ain't about nothing. Then as soon as he threw that Taylor didn't see it coming. Hey, you see Taylor damn near had a Terrell Owens moment with the way his ankle bent.
Oh yeah. That was dangerous. And hell, that fucking referee trying to fucking save his ass.
One thing about them combinations, Broner only throw them combinations middle of the fight or late in the fight. He don't never get in his rhythm and get comfortable enough to let them hands go early, which could be a bigger advantage to his arsenal, but he just chooses not to.
If he ever decides to let his hands go, he's going to be a problem. No pun intended.
I think his stamina factors in.
I think y'all overstate that stamina shit like we did with Canelo. I think that stamina shit is just overstated, man. Maybe that's just him. He's just not an active fighter.
Transitioning to Canelo, good thing you brought this up. Miguel Cotto actually tweeted out something on. Did y'all see the tweet that he tweeted out about Canelo?
No, what did he say?
Canelo has no rhythm. You have to sit in front of him just to make it a fight, just to make the fight interesting. It was.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. That statement kind of accurate, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked uncomfortable chasing down Lira, but shit, Cotto gonna have to prove that to Canelo if they fight. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say it.
Right. Hey, I look at it like this. Now, yes, he was uncomfortable with the situation with Arislandi Lara, but the thing with that is, name me one fighter who's got in the ring with Arislandi Lara and just had a field day. Nobody had. Arislandi Lara is one of the best 154 pounders in the world. So you expect when you get two of the best, you're not gonna get that superstar showing, oh, I'm gonna dominate him and dominate that. When the best start fighting the best, the fights are more competitive.
That's what I was trying to say earlier about Broner. Why he doesn't look as spectacular. Thank you, Mike. Basically, you said it. What I was trying to say earlier about Broner. Right. So anyway, there it is. When you fight the best, when you fight the best, you ain't gonna always look the best.
All right. Anything else y'all want to touch on from last night or what's been going on before we hop into the Maidana Mayweather card?
Okay. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all the fighters who's been giving Colossal Boxing Talk these interviews. We truly appreciate it from every last one of you guys. To the Demetrius Andrades, Kid Chocolate, Joel Diaz, Darnell Quillen,
Amir Mansour, DeMarcus Chop Corley, all y'all guys, we really appreciate it. We appreciate Stephen Upshur, we appreciate it. Get well.
Carras,
De La Rosa.
And yes, James De La Rosa too. And for the fans, we got a couple of more big names coming in. But we're going to keep it a secret, but we got a couple of big names coming in.
Yeah, so shout out to the YouTube subscribers that support us, watch our videos, share it. Same on Facebook, Carlos, City Boy, who else?
Shout out
John
to
J,
Mr.
John
Derek
G.
Mahia, Derek Mahia, or Derek Miha.
Talking about
Shout out to you.
Batman?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Batman, yeah. You know, DeJuro and all the people. So shout out y'all for supporting us. And you know, we're gonna keep doing it.
All right,
All right.
so to the Mayweather card, you got Leo Santa Cruz versus some bum. Let's just keep it real. You got
Man, he can't say that, man. We can't call him a bum, man. See, if you ain't watched him, you can't call him a bum, dog.
then you got James De La Rosa. I know somebody that watched him that called him a bum, so I'm gonna call him a bum. He's very credible.
See, but see,
Very credible.
hey,
And then we got
hey.
James De La Rosa versus Alfredo Angulo. And then we got Mickey Bay, Midwest Savage, facing Miguel Vasquez, which will be the most boringest sleepers fight out there if you're not a purist. But I'm a purist, so that's a fight I would want to see. Then you got
I'm with you on
Mayweather.
that.
So what y'all think? Which fight intrigues y'all the most outside of the Mayweather Maidana fight?
Angulo De La Rosa.
I'm
Angulo De La
interested
Rosa.
in who? Go ahead, Drew.
I said
Wait,
Angulo Angulo De La Rosa, the first fight that interested me outside of the main event, and then Mickey Bay and Miguel Vasquez. You know, I always like to see Leo Santa Cruz fight, but he fighting Miguel Roman, who's stepping up from, I think he's been fighting eight rounders to, you know, the big leads. Big leagues, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but hey, we'll see come Saturday. Go ahead, Mike.
Smooth here.
I mean, smooth cat.
Your name.
I'm interested in De La Rosa versus Angulo for a couple of reasons. One, I want to see how Angulo is going to respond in the ring, because I mean we know who Angulo is, but when you start getting those eye injuries, you start to like kind of change your approach a little bit. And that's kind of like you saw in the Canelo fight. It was like he was more on the defensive at times in that fight. So
shit, you call that defensive?
No.
Shit,
No. I don't mean that he was a good defender.
I know what you mean.
You mean he was more shell shocked than anything.
Right.
He was timid. I know what you mean. He was timid. I got you. I was messing with you.
Because Canelo came out, and it's like the first punch of the fight. He was like, "Oh shit!"
He threw a haymaker. He came out the gates with a haymaker.
He did, and Angulo said in his head, "Oh shit, he come to fight." I'm not saying that Angulo was scared, but I'll say like when you had a situation like that, you do kind of start worrying about your health.
Shit, I don't think he was worried about it. Nobody was worried about it, but Tony
with De La Rosa. Okay, the interesting thing with this is we all know Angulo has a solid chin. But now on the flip side of this, that's like James De La Rosa. James De La Rosa, he has a good chin, but James De La Rosa has been down quite a few times. So first and foremost, I want to see, can James take Alfredo Angulo's power, and second, can James get in there and box and stay on the outside effectively enough to stay away from Angulo?
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback you on one thing you didn't mention. Does Angulo power translate to that 160? Because last time we seen him at 156, his power didn't look to be there.
One thing, I don't think he was throwing punches with full. Whatever, but yeah, hey, credit to the chin.
Whatever, but hey, just look at the Lara fight, and Lara is a decent puncher, but. And he said he couldn't hurt Canelo at all.
Listen what I'm saying. I don't think Angulo was really throwing. Not that he wasn't trying to throw, but I don't think he was sitting down on his punches. Because like you said, he was timid, man. Hell, he wasn't really throwing no. What solid shot did he really land on Canelo to make you say, well, shit, you know, well, Canelo felt that shot.
You talk about Lara. Lara wasn't planning throwing. He was doing more running and hitting and running.
Yeah, that's what that Lara do. Lara does that. He doesn't sit down on his punches. He'll start to throw, and as he's throwing, he's always trying to moonwalk out the way.
Angulo made him sit down on the punches, though. He had to sit and throw on Angulo, and that's how he got to stop him.
Right.
But the most
Yeah, because they be done.
the fight that I'm looking forward to the most. Sorry to cut you off. Is Mickey Bay versus Miguel Vasquez. I love watching Miguel Vasquez fight. I know I'm probably the minority of that, but I love purist fights. I love
Oh, hell
boxer
yeah.
versus boxer. I like I like the tactitional fights. I favor more of those. That's
Yep.
like me seeing a
Tactical
brawl.
warfare.
Yeah, I like
I
to see
like.
the adjustments made in the ring and in the corner. And I think this fight with Miguel Vasquez he's finally gonna get the notoriety that he get. Everybody overrates the money team fighters, and
I don't.
Mickey Bay is the best money team fighter that they got outside of Floyd Mayweather. And
I don't think. I actually don't. Go ahead, CJ. Finish up.
I think Miguel Vasquez finally gonna get the notoriety and all the applause that he gets for his ability. He might bore some people to sleep that don't really not purist fans, but he's definitely gonna make a statement and outbox Mickey Bay. I don't hate to say
I don't.
my prediction right now, but I think he's gonna finally deserve the crowd that his boxing skills really attend for the attention. I think he's
I
probably gonna
don't.
get some.
I don't think that anybody overrates the money team, because I don't think either one of us up here, other than maybe Mickey Bay, we think highly of none of them. You know, Jalen Love, no
I'm
disrespect.
talking about the casual fan.
Right.
Well, yeah, them casual
He
fans,
never
they
turned
really,
up.
yeah. Well, I know that. I'm just saying, it's some money team, it's some so-called hardcore fans that really think Jalen Love was just the next big thing. I guess because he's Mexican and I don't know shit, but dude, he's not he below average. Like in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? He below average. Other than he below average.
Who?
I think Badu Jack better than him.
Who?
I think Badu Jack is better than Jalen Love.
Oh yeah, you talking about Jelly? Oh man.
You think he's
You know
below
what?
average?
I look at I look at it like this. I
And
see a lot
Jalen,
of
if you see
fighters
this, hold on,
take a
Mike, hold on,
loss.
Mike, hold on. Jalen Love, if you see this, is no disrespect. That's just how I really feel. So, you know, you can hit me up on Facebook at Jarrell Jasper. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect to you though, because I respect you because you have gotten the ring. I have never have, but you know, I just go off what I see. Go ahead, Smooth.
No, I look at it like this. I think when fighters take losses, I think they get observed a little differently. People be like, well, I mean, he got knocked out, so this and that. Me, don't get me wrong. I never looked at Jalen Love as like the future. I looked at him as a guy who has some potential, but maybe this loss might redirect him because he was like sitting on like on cloud nine. He was sitting on cloud nine like he was the best in a division, and like I say, he potentially could possibly do something in the future, but for now he needs to rededicate himself and work on defense.
Hey, but did you see his interview though? How he was talking about the fans and haters
Yeah,
and all that. I don't think he's changed. I think he's still
I
as
say he
long as
needs
Floyd
to
Mayweather.
change. I didn't say he was. I said he
Well,
needs to change.
well, you know, as long as Floyd Mayweather's still endorsing his ass and you know still showing confidence in him and belief, he ain't gonna change nothing. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying? He might need to go.
we getting a little bit off topic. We getting Jalen Love a little bit too much showtime. An ESPN level fighter. So
You sure ESPN? You not Telemundo or nothing like that?
Oh wow, damn.
Telemundo, wow, you hate the guy.
I'm
God,
just joking. I'm just joking, man.
what if you
Oh
watching
shit.
or some shit? Damn. Don't try to
No,
get no interview with him.
I don't want
But
one.
in- oh
Oh
man.
shit.
Anyways, what y'all think about Mayweather Madonna? Let's give me some backdrop. Something I should look forward. I should be looking forward to that should be changing or something that might stay the same.
Oh okay.
Look forward to Maidana actually connecting on Mayweather this time if he wants to have success. Because he didn't connect any punches for real on Mayweather, man. It was funny. He's like he was swimming. But go ahead, Smooth.
I look at. I think in the case with this fight, I think Maidana, from looking at what Robert Garcia and them was looking at on tape on the All Access episode, I think what they're gonna try to do this go around. I think not only is Maidana going to go to the body, but I think he's going to try to like get Mayweather on the inside, do a body shot here or there, and then try to come up like and smother him and come up with them little short uppercuts up the middle. So I look forward to trying to see him throw a lot of uppercuts this fight. On the flip side with Floyd, I look forward to Floyd pulling the adjustments out on him. And when Maidana comes in and throws single shots, I think Floyd's gonna come with throw the left jab, straight right hand, pivot to the left, throw the check left hook, straight right hand, duck under Maidana shots, and make him look foolish.
Yeah, what I look for, what I look for from Maidana, I look forward to seeing what adjustments can he make. Can he do anything different? But one thing I definitely want to look, I think he should do, is take a step back and not smother his own work.
Yeah,
he smothered Floyd Mayweather's work, but he smothered his own work in the process. If he take that half a step to the back or half a step to the right, you know what I mean? Just take a step back and then let your hands go. He might be a little bit more accurate than he usually is. And for Mayweather, I look for him to see if he still got some gas in the tank. Can the legs move? Can they still move and get around? Can he make it like a Carlos Baldomir fight? Can he still be active like that? Or is he going to sit down more? And he should be just as equally strong as Maidana, because Maidana's going to come in around 152 this time because they don't want to weigh him too heavy. And that's what I definitely look forward for Maidana, for both of those guys, to see what they come out, what adjustments they make, and we'll see what their corners got picked up.
I look forward to seeing Floyd do what he does best, and that's box, man. Stop trying to give fans what they want to see when that clearly doesn't work for you. You know what I'm saying? Because if Maidana wasn't over excited and over anxious, you know, he could have got his first L, because if he came in with behind his jab when he had Floyd on the ropes and took his time, one of them shots could have easily connected, and Floyd would have been, 46 have tried and one has succeeded. You know what I'm saying? That would have been his new slogan. And for Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? For real.
You know hey, I'll say this, and don't get me wrong. I respect Mayweather, but I believe that I tried to make the fight exciting for the fans every time he has a rough go around. I think he need to let that shit go. Just say I wasn't at my best tonight.
You know what? You know what I say about that? I would say the same thing, but when I see in the Mosley fight, I believe that motherfucker, because that Mosley fight showed me that he was trying to be something that he wasn't be. He was trying to go back to his amateur style, going to him and trying to make a fight for the fans, trying to be exciting.
Early on in the fight, and then
as soon as he got cracked, he turned that shit around.
Right.
Madonna never cracked him.
That's like the third round of that fight, or the Mosley fight.
What about the second round, the third round? He came out boxing.
The second.
No.
Beat his ass.
Mosley caught him in the second round, but I'm talking about the third round. Mosley went for the same combination again around the 149 mark of that round, and when he did it, Floyd caught him with two straight jabs and a right hand, and Shane was going to try to swing again, but Mayweather was already out of the way. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was walking Shane down. He wasn't going to win that fight that year, or he wasn't going to win fighting Shane like that 10 years prior.
You know how we didn't have something in life where we almost came to a close encounter where something bad happened. That's how it is. Right. That's how Floyd is. Floyd, he felt that power. He was like, "Whoo, I can't go down that road no more."
That's one of the most underrated things about Floyd. If he get hit hard enough, he know how to get the fuck out of there and make the adjustment. If you hit him hard enough, he got the poker face. He not gonna let you know that he hit him hard enough. He gonna change his game plan up. So that's how you know if you hit Floyd hard. He ain't gonna show it.
He had to let us know. He ain't had to show it because Mosley showed it when he almost dropped him. So on that one, it wasn't no poker face needed, even though he still kept it. Because I swear, I thought it shook me when he landed that shot. I was like, damn, man, Mayweather about to get knocked out. I was like, oh shit, he about to be Mr. One Loss Man.
After that happened, you know what he did? Strapped his nuts on.
It's like his dad popped up in his ear. It's like his dad popped up in his ear and said, "Defense, son." And then he just shit. He went back to the days where he was trained by his daddy and he was on that bicycle.
You know what? Hey, I think Nassim Richardson's prediction on 24/7 it ended up being right, because he said He said, Shane, when you catch him with something big, he said the type of guy he is, he's gonna come out like a dragon. He gonna come out spitting fire. So you gotta be ready, and that's what happened.
And Shane wasn't. It wasn't that Shane wasn't ready. It's just he wasn't capable of doing what he could do 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I think he was ready. He knew it was gonna happen. But hey, once the reflexes go, your speed started to ease up, and he was stiff in there.
It was Floyd's style. Floyd negated him.
I'm about to just say that. You can't say that. He just whooped Margarito ass. He had one of the best showing this year of his life.
But you gotta also look at the fighter. You gotta look at the fight again.
I guarantee you weren't saying that shit when he fought Margarito.
I was surprised. Actually, I was surprised that Shane Mosley won that fight. I was going for him, but I thought he was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying?
Was you surprised when he fought them raps in his hand?
No, because he did it against
Man,
I was surprised that he tried.
Hey,
I was surprised that he tried it
as soon as I saw
again.
it, I was like, I bet he used it against Cotto. As soon as I saw it, I said, I bet he used it against Cotto.
But anyway, go ahead.
I was surprised. I thought didn't it come out before Cotto? Didn't he just come back from that suspension against Margarito? I mean against Cotto, or was this after the fight that he got suspended for trying to use those raps?
He didn't get suspended for them raps until after the Shane fight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, point is, I ain't trying to discredit Shane. Shane a great fighter, one of the greatest of all time. But I'm just saying, styles make fights, and Margarito's gonna walk you down. Floyd is not really gonna walk you down. He might walk you into something, but he ain't gonna walk you down. So, of course, it's easy to look good against Margarito, he's a kind of a punching bag, you know.
Ass in everybody.
Huh?
Margarito was tearing a new ass in everybody.
Not Paul Williams, he wasn't. Not Paul Williams, he didn't.
Hey,
Paul Williams told him a new one.
That was a hell of a fight.
That was a good fight.
But he didn't
blown out. He didn't get blown out.
But he didn't tell no new asshole in that one either. That's what I'm saying.
He power forward is welterweight, man.
He was blessed with that ability to carry that weight and the height with it. So, you know, I would have loved to see him fight more top guys like Cotto and Mosley and Mayweather. But, you know, hey, wasn't nobody going to fight that giant.
All right, man.
Okay. Hey, now here go another question. If any of us was trainers, how would you tell your fighter to go up against to decode the shoulder roll from Floyd?
Shit, hell, work the body. You got timing. You know, you gotta be patient and have an active jab to disrupt his rhythm and cloud his vision. You know, if you cloud his vision, he's gonna be in a position, but he doesn't know when the right hand coming or when the uppercut coming or when the left hook. So, you know, you have a jab and work the body and try to be able to cut the rope, you know, cut the ring off on him where you can trap him in an uncomfortable position where he's out of position and attack. But it's hard to, you know, really do that against Floyd. Floyd is a special fighter. People give him shit for not fighting whoever, but he's a special fighter, so it's hard.
Very talented.
It's not about how can you attack the shoulder roll. It's how can you attack Floyd. Because once you
but Floyd, the shoulder roll is Floyd though. You know what I'm saying?
Using the jab and going to the body and trying to mix up some combinations, he gonna make adjustments too. He might not always show that shoulder roll. He might show that peekaboo and might just change the game plan up completely. So you will have to really devise a scheme for a plan A and a plan B. But my main one is be able to go under that lead jab. I mean that
your mental game got to be strong.
Jab under that elbow.
Your mental game got to be strong against Floyd. You got to be strong, period. But your mental game.
Like Sugar Ray Leonard said, "I aim for the top of his head. It's always open." You might hurt. You might hurt your hand, but shit, you might. Hey, that motherfucker gonna be hurting. He gonna be hurting too. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, let me ask y'all a question. What fighter do you think now that's fighting, not then, not in the future, but right now, currently, that's fighting in his division, I guess 140 to 154, that could beat him? Like, honestly, just one guy that you think that will beat him or can beat him if they fought. And why do you think that?
Pacquiao.
No, man. All right, well, explain why you think he'll beat him. Why you think he'll beat him?
I think Pacquiao can give him. I think Pacquiao can give him a lot of problems, and vice versa.
Demetrius Andrade too.
You know what?
Demetrius want to fight him too. He said it in my interview. He said he want to fight Floyd.
Me,
He didn't call him
honestly,
bash him or nothing.
I mean, from what I see, and like I say, I'm not trying to downgrade Andrade by any means. He's not ready. He's not ready for that.
I know he ain't ready. I'm just talking shit. But I think Pacquiao presents the most issues. Because Pacquiao can
Because Pacquiao comes from different angles, and Pacquiao's fast.
Yeah, his footwork.
But we haven't seen vintage Pacquiao in a minute, man. We haven't seen that.
I think his style presents some problems, though.
But look.
Hey, Roy, hold on. Just look at what Pacquiao just did against Bradley.
Bradley really threw that fight. Like his trainer,
man.
Ortiz, he had an injury.
I don't think he threw that fight. I don't think he threw it. I just think Pacquiao. I think his. He injured his. Threw him off his
He said Joel Diaz said after the what did he say after the 5th or 6th round, Jarrell, after the first half of the fight, he injured his leg.
Not the third or fourth round, 4th or 5th round, yeah. He said he injured his calf, but he didn't really want to say nothing about it. But he said Tim said something about it after the fight, but he didn't harp on it. He just said he had hurt himself, but credit to Pacquiao. But he did. He's still recovering from it, but he did tear some tendons in his calf or some shit that affected his performance. So that might be the reason why he threw his plan out, because he was winning that fight. But, if you can't be mobile, then what the fuck you going to do? You're going to have to sit there and punch or whatever, run and stink out the joint. So he chose to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I really think Keith Thurman can really at welterweight give Floyd, a really seriously run for his money.
You know what? Now, I mean, as big as a Keith Thurman fan as I am, I believe Thurman needs some more seasoning, but I think Thurman can cause problems.
He needs to learn how to tone it down a little bit early. He needs to learn how to tone that shit down. You can't come out guns blazing on everybody. He too green.
Shit, that's what you do it to Floyd, man. Floyd is up there. I don't care. In my opinion, I think Floyd fought like that last time because he's up there in age. I don't think we can. I'm not saying like he can't mimic what Bernard Hopkins is doing, but it just looked like he different. Like he kind of up there. You can see it. Like look like he's kind of shot worn from over the years of fighting. And B-Hop started later in his career. He was in jail and then he started learning it. Like 24, 25, he turned pro.
Every time you say that shit about Mayweather, every time you say that shit, he come out and have a fantastic performance.
A virtuoso performance.
Nigga said that shit after the Cotto fight. He had no legs. Then he came out and pitched the gym versus Robert Guerrero.
But that was
he don't deserve to have his name. It's right. Then he came out and he outboxed the guy that was 165 pounds beautifully in Canelo Alvarez. Every time you say he's starting to get old, he pop up with a sensational performance.
Yeah.
But but you got to look deeper though in his performance. Look at it. His movement wasn't as fluid. He really did choose to fight like that against.
He never had no movement versus Cotto.
Man, he really chose that though. He really chose to do that. You know what I'm saying? He really chose to go toe to toe with.
So different versus Maidana did. Because he was getting that ass whooped by Cotto a lot worse than he was Maidana.
Okay, but it's still, if he was, then why wouldn't he just simply revert back to boxing? You know what I'm saying? Like he did at times.
How can you revert back to boxing once you stuck in one style? I mean, it's hard to make in-ring adjustments like that once you fight in that style already. He started to make
the best fighter ever. This fight was the best fighter ever. The best fighter ever should be able to. I'm going by what he said, man. That's what he says. The TBE is supposed to be able to adjust to anything. Right. It don't matter how long you've been fighting that style. So that's him. That's what he says, and that's what we.
What's so hard about? All right, is the adjustment. He adjusted and won. So I mean, what else you want the nigga to do? You want him to pull a spaceship out his ass and fly away out the ring?
No.
What else you want this nigga to do? Everybody
I don't want to be nothing.
He had an off night versus Joe Frazier left hook.
Okay, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
I understand what you did, but what else you want him to do besides win? What you want him to do?
I don't care if he win or lose. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can lose.
Shutout versus Guerrero, Canelo, and that's two perfect shutouts. You just so used to seeing him pitch shutouts. You're not used to seeing him having issues. I mean, shit that happened in boxing. You have all fights.
But you can't look at it and say he didn't look like he was aging a little bit. Just not the slightest.
I mean, he looked the same when he fought Cotto to me.
Oh
It
man.
looked no different. It didn't look no different to me.
Okay,
Cotto
man.
was the same fight. What are you talking about?
It wasn't the same fight, man.
Oh my God,
Cotto,
bro, that was the worst.
Hey,
Am I lying,
hey,
Mike?
hey,
Which aspect?
I'll say this: the reason why the Cotto and Maidana fight look different, Cotto is more versatile than Maidana is. Cotto
he
has
was
a
more
different
effective,
style.
but I'm saying
What else is there to be to be
he was
more
in
effective?
there. He was in there against a more effective guy, and he chose to do that. It seemed early on in that fight he couldn't against a guy that wasn't as effective as Cotto was. He seemed like he couldn't get out of Maidana's way. Whether it was Maidana was stronger than what
Maidana's
he
strong as
thought.
hell.
Maidana's strong as
Maybe the
hell.
leather pant. Listen, maybe the
Cotto.
leather pant. Maybe his leather trunks was holding him back, or whatever it was. But he wasn't as fluid and moving as he used to. Maybe it was the leather pants because leather.
Madonna cut the ring off better than anybody
Yep.
has at that point. Did you see the little shit that he do? He was grabbing his hip, hitting him on the hip, hitting him
Yep.
on the ass.
Yeah,
He was
I
doing
seen
little.
all that.
Then if you seen it, you should
Well,
already know.
With Floyd, okay, well, Floyd, if he didn't lose a step, then he
What else
should
happened
dominate
after
the
this
fight.
fight? Professor Jarrell, Canelo.
I ain't no professor. I'm not acting like none, but you going all crazy over Floyd Mayweather. It ain't that
I'm
deep. I
telling
just
you,
stated
I'm
my
letting you
opinion.
know this. You putting this false information out here, dog.
What false information?
Information you putting out here, dog. All this bullshit.
What false information I'm putting up?
Bullshit.
What false information am I putting?
In my bullshit encyclopedia. Let me go to my library cabinet or some shit. Jarrell's bullshit.
What
Yo, y'all stupid.
what false information I'm putting out there that I think he might be older and might have lost a step?
I'm fucking with you, man. He ain't getting older, though. He getting older. He ain't got no voice. But Madonna's just give Madonna his credit. Don't diminish his accomplishments by saying he's getting older.
I'm not diminishing his accomplishments.
That's what it
I'm
sounds
not
like.
saying I still think it'll be as tough as the first fight, but I'm saying he gives anybody, every Google Hangout we have, and we talk about Maidana, we always say he'll give any fighter, whoever he's facing, a tough fight, whether it's Floyd, whether it's Manny, whether whoever. That's just because that's the type of fighter he is. I'm not discrediting him at all. You know what I'm saying? It was a close fight, but Floyd could have done a little more to make it, not less controversial. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He just looked a little bit. I don't want him to pull nothing out of his ass. Man, I want to see him show that. I want to see him validate what he be saying as of late. I want to see him go back to what he did against or Guerrero, whatever his name is, Guerrero and Canelo Alvarez. And if he did, even
that Victor Ortiz style gave him trouble back in the day when he fought Ortiz. Ortiz was getting in that ass a little bit though, wasn't he, Mike?
Ortiz had maybe one or two moments. I ain't gonna go to.
He had one or two moments, but Floyd turned it on like that with the hand speed.
Get in that ass.
He got in his ass when he got on the ropes. The only way you get in Floyd's ass is if he stays on the ropes.
Kicks, knees, Ortiz fucking that ass up.
But you know,
only way you get in Floyd's ass is if.
Like a Madonna player hater right now. You trying to diminish what Madonna did? I don't like that, dog.
Man, you seen my video, then you know I'm not trying to minimize what he did. So
it's a whole different game.
Maidana, it's like this with Maidana. Maidana is I get credit to Robert Guerrero for Maidana because Maidana looked fucking confused and befuddled against Devin Alexander. But the change that Guerrero has added to Garcia. Excuse me, Garcia.
Yeah.
But the change that Garcia has added to his game, the patience, the jab, and the technical movements, even though people try to talk like, oh, he's still just a regular brawler. Yes, in his heart, yes, he is still a brawler. But Garcia has him to the point where he's a technical brawler, and by him being technical, he does things from a more intelligent standpoint. Hence the Broner fight.
All right, what do y'all expect the rematch to take? Do y'all think it's gonna be another close fight? Or what did y'all score the fight? I scored a 7-5 for Mayweather. I
don't even remember what I scored. I ain't got the app no more. I had Mayweather winning by 2 or 3 rounds, maybe.
What you have winning by, Mike?
I had a 7-5 for Floyd.
Y'all think it's gonna be close again?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be close again.
I think his style gonna. I think Maidana's style gonna make it close. He's not gonna be able to shake Maidana like that. He's not gonna be able to shake Maidana. He's gonna have to sit down and fight with him. Even though Maidana making a mistake coming in lighter though, he ain't got Adam Theresa in this corner. That's one thing that's causing me to get a little shake on my.
But he said he said he coming in lighter because he gassed, right? Or is he training for speed? Which one is it? Is he training for speed or
he training to get his feet faster so he can cut the ring off more.
Yep.
And then he also gonna have to increase his endurance because he admitted that he gassed. And he also, I think he kind of, I'm not saying he defeated or he already resigned to the fact that he gonna lose, but he also came out and said that in my video, if y'all watched it, that Mayweather power is better than what people think. So that's in the back of his head too. That, you know what, his power is better than what I thought. So he definitely gonna have to, you know, I don't know, he's gonna have to really.
I'm not buying into that Floyd Mayweather. I'm going for a knockout. I mean, he done said that shit so much. I'd smack the fuck out of him if I see him in person.
No, you won't do shit.
Man, you know. Hey, on then I say. Hey,
I tried to go for the knockout tonight.
I tried to go for the knockout tonight.
They gonna get you.
I'm trying to go out to the knockout tonight, but I hurt my hand. I tried to go for the knockout tonight.
Hey, Floyd might not go for the knockout, but he can definitely get it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Hell no.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, he had to be the. If he vintage Floyd, he can. I mean, he gonna be setting traps and he gonna be, you know, clicking on all cylinders. But you know, he last fight Floyd.
I don't think it's out of the ordinary for any reason to say that Floyd could possibly knock him down, but knock Maidana out, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either because he's not offensive enough, and then his power. I don't know how hard he hits because I've never been hit by him. But Maidana has been hit by some hard hitters.
Come here, I show you how hard that nigga.
His power is respectable. What? What'd you say? What'd you say?
Why say shit? Keep talking, man. Keep talking, Jarrell Alvarez. Keep talking.
No, you said ask who how hard he hit.
Keep talking. You can play the replay. You can rewind and shit. Keep finishing your thought, man.
I finished it, but I'm trying to hear what you said.
All right.
But, not a problem with what I said.
Hey, to kind of.
I'm trying to hear what you said. If you.
Last but not least.
I ain't say nothing to you.
About,
you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. You don't want to see these hands of sparring. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I gladly accept it. I gladly accept that challenge.
We got Corleone challenging Big Cool to a sparring session.
Oh, whoop Big Cool ass. He's a little cool.
You crazy. You crazy. You crazy.
Go Deontay Wilder on that fool.
Shit.
And then be like, Jasmine!
Hey, leave my girl out of this, man. Hey, leave my girl out of this, though.
Hey, I took your girl in your film.
Hey, leave my girl out of this.
Fucking with you, dog.
All right. But, what's I going to say?
I only fuck with chicks 16 and under.
Oh, wow. Stop that, man. You sound like damn pedophile. No, but in all seriousness, though, what about, hey, it's a while away, but we can kind of touch on this fight a little bit because from studying so far, I'm still up in there on B-Hop Kovalev.
Kovalev by knockout.
Damn. I don't know. I mean, because, you know, B-Hop fought a lot of big punches, and he always negate their power. But Kovalev is a little different, though. And out of the words of Darnell Boone's mouth, his power is otherworldly. So
I'm going B-Hop, but, you know, I don't know. He can be knocked out, I guess. I ain't seen it, but, you know.
Kovalev gonna get this knockout and bring it back to Russia. I bet anything on that fight. What y'all want to bet? I got Kovalev by knockout in the 5th.
Damn. Well, I ain't giving no prediction right now.
I'm giving a prediction.
I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards B-Hop, but shit, I don't know.
We can all show up at the fight.
Hey, it sounds good to me. Hey, I'm definitely trying to make plans to get there.
I'm going to Mayweather fight in May of next year. So
Waste no time and money on the senior citizen. Go to a Pacquiao fight. I want to a Pacquiao fight.
you just got done defending the motherfucker. Now you trying to say he's a senior citizen. That's ass baby. That's Detroit shit right there.
Fight. I said go to your senior citizen fight. I was implying that you called him a senior citizen. I didn't say shit.
Man, I ain't. You just see. You sound like what they call them. The groupies of Floyd fans. Man, I'm not gonna say shit.
I'm not sounding like
but that's what you sound like. You got offended.
I want to go to a Pacquiao fight. What I say wrong?
No, you said. No, you sounded like groupie saying that I'm you been like you mad that I'm being critical of them. Like it really upsets you. I just gave my opinion.
What you saying makes no sense. And you already been fooled. Oh, you gonna let them fool you again? This motherfucker ain't old.
But you know what, ladies and gentlemen,
what Maidana did. Maidana just had a perfect game plan. You can't.
He had a perfect game plan.
Yeah, he had a perfect game plan. He had a perfect game plan, but he didn't execute it perfectly. But he had a perfect game plan. Okay, what did he watch? Man, make sure you watch that second fight so I can be on the phone with your ass.
No, I'll be at work. I'll be at work, so shit.
When the fight come on, I'm gonna text you a play-by-play, everything that happened. Maidana lands a right.
You do that because I'm okay. Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, if he had a perfect game plan, then he should win the rematch, or he should make it as tough as he did the first one.
Perfect enough. So who y'all got? All right. Y'all got Leo Santa Cruz, or who the other bum he fighting? I forget his name. Mario Lopez.
Miguel Roman.
He ain't he ain't.
Hey, I got Santa Cruz, KO in 6.
Santa Cruz. I got Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I got him.
All right.
Yeah,
James
I got Santa Cruz.
Alfredo Angulo.
I'm going with Angulo.
Mike.
Go ahead, CJ. I'm trying to put the last little thoughts together. Go ahead.
Mike trying to not be biased because he interviewed him. Mike trying not to be biased.
And I just want to see if I think Angulo got a little bit more of the tank left in him. So I'm gonna pick Angulo. 9th round TKO.
Yeah, De La Rosa a smaller guy coming up to 160, so I think he'll give a good account of himself, but I think Angulo gonna be a little too much in the later rounds. So I got him by 8th, 9th, 10th round KO. So
all right, I got it like this. I got I'm gonna pick De La Rosa in this one, and I'm also saying I got Angulo dropping. I got Angulo dropping De La Rosa.
So we got the theme of whoever gives you an interview, you pick. That's our new thing.
Look, he trying to save, and he's saving face. He's saving face. He said he gonna pick De La Rosa to win, but he get knocked down.
It ain't even about that. It's just I think style wise, I think De La Rosa has the skill level to confuse and to offset what Angulo's gonna be doing. It ain't to be funny. I'm coming 100%. That's what I believe.
I feel you. You know how it is when you start interviewing people, man.
Hold on. But I do feel that Angulo's gonna drop him in this fight, maybe around the 4th, 5th round, and then James gonna get it together in box and go it's like up in the air because of the decisions, because you never know if the judges are gonna come out and be like and call the fight the right way or call it the wrong way in favor of the more popular fighter. So you never know from that sense.
I feel you know how it is when you interview fighters, man. You gotta pick the guy. You gotta pick the opposite guy because they're gonna call you biased. So I understand where you're coming from, though.
All right, we got Mickey Bay versus Miguel Vasquez.
Vasquez unanimous decision.
Vasquez 8 rounds to 4.
Yeah, Mickey Bay straight, but he might drop Vasquez. I doubt it, but you know what I'm saying, he might. Shit, he catch him early if he cold or something. But
I think Miguel Vasquez is unveiled to the world in pitches of pure shutout. I think he shuts out Mickey Bay.
Damn.
Now the time has come. Maidana or Mayweather?
Please.
You go first, Jarrell.
No, go first, CJ.
Mike, go first. Who everybody want to pass to me?
No, I'm going last on this one.
Oh man, at least we get a
I'm
pick
going
out of
second.
Smooth Cat. I got Marcos Maidana losing the tough fight. I think it's gonna be just as competitive as the first fight. I think Madonna's gonna cut the ring off and do what he does and force Floyd to fight. I think Floyd coming a little bit more stronger. I think he attacks the body. He body batters him more this time. I think he effectively tires Madonna down in the later rounds and wins the unanimous decision.
I'm picking Money Maidana to pull the upset. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm probably am gonna be wrong, but I think Maidana got on to something the first fight, and I think he gonna make some adjustments and catch Floyd early when he best catch him. So I think he gonna get him out there. I say Maidana 6-round KO.
Damn.
I'm gonna get hell for that.
Uh-oh.
Note that I said I might be wrong though, so make sure everybody know that if they watch the entire show.
No cop-outs.
I ain't copping out. I'm just saying. It's like you can never pick against Floyd for real without looking stupid. So basically, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking Maidana.
What you trying to do? You trying to shake up the world. Keep going. Go ahead, Mike.
Maidana 6-round KO.
All right. I'm holding you to that. I'm going to fuck with you every day about that shit.
I ain't making no name changes, so I ain't agreeing no Jarrell Mayweather or none of that shit. So
you the fool that made that bet. You the fool that made that bet. Anybody put a gun in your head?
Hey, that was a classic bet.
That was the dumbest shit you ever took.
How was it dumb if it just changing the name though, CJ? I can see if I bet like $1,000 on it.
I'm talking about the implication of the name change. That was too much. I would have negotiated a little bit lighter. I would negotiate.
I guess, but
next time I negotiate it in half.
No, but I ain't making it. I ain't gonna be betting nothing like this, so we know how to worry about no negotiation.
At least you learn from your lesson. All right, who you got, Mike?
Come on, Mike. Say Maidana. Say Maidana, Mike. Say it, man. You know you want to say it.
Hey, I'm gonna change this up a little bit. I think this is gonna be the fight where Mayweather's gonna have his first draw.
Shit, is Al Hammond still his advisor?
No, stop it. No, but for real though, hey,
I'm just messing with you.
I got Mayweather by split decision, and it's gonna be another controversial type fight, just like the first one. But the difference in this one is, I think Maidana's gonna get a knockdown in this go round.
Hey, it's
gonna keep it close. But
you said Maidana gonna get a knockdown?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my pick. I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm not about to do that. I'm changing my pick. Let me stop playing. No, I think Mayweather gonna win a unanimous decision, man. I think Mayweather gonna win a unanimous decision for real though. Straight up, honestly though, that was me doing bullshit. But I think Mayweather gonna win decision. A close unanimous decision. You know, he might get knocked down, but I expect him to look much better than he did in the rematch. I mean, in the first fight in this rematch. So.
But like I say, I think this will be the first official time that Floyd touches the canvas. I think Maidana gonna catch him with something like in the middle of an exchange. He got him on the ropes, and Floyd gonna either slip up or he gonna fall, and that'll be his first time getting knocked down. But I think
didn't Chop Chop drop him? Didn't Chop Chop drop him, Mike? Didn't Chop Chop drop him, or did he just hurt him?
Chop Chop hurt him. Zab Duda is the one who dropped him unofficially.
Yeah, I know Zab dropped him. I thought Chop Chop might have dropped him too, but okay.
His glove touched the canvas, so that's a official knockdown. When Zab hit him, his glove touched the canvas.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he been down before that though.
Yeah, well,
but that was a bogus one though. That's when he hurt his hand. That was a bogus one.
He went down like a stripper.
That's when he.
Right. Damn.
Damn, you love Floyd, man.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of this session.
I picked Mayweather, man.
You picked Madonna 6 rounds. I'm gonna edit the video.
Mayweather. Yeah, you a faggot as it like that too.
You part of the money team, dog. You ain't part of the money team.
I don't want to be a part of the money team. Yeah,
Part
hey,
of the
that mean you. But you and Jalen from Detroit, so I guess y'all niggas overrated.
Ain't no box. Hey, I got the biggest hype job from Alabama, Deontay Wilder. I know you ain't talking. The hype jobs are all hype
Shit, we
jobs.
don't. Hey, we don't know if he hype or not.
He got knocked out with
Shit, we don't
headgear.
know. Oh, whatever, man. Whatever, man.
I'm gonna stump his ass. What the fuck?
Who?
Your interview, you really gonna be able to interview with him after that shit?
Man, shit, I get an interview. I get an interview to you so you can tell him all that he a hype job and he gonna get his ass stomped. I don't need to interview.
Knock me out, nigga. Hell no, I ain't gonna interview that nigga. Interview no niggas I fuck with. Fucking knock me out, nigga, in person. I ain't no Cardi B.
Shit, he see you on. He gonna catch up to this damn Google Hangout. He going, oh, that's that Detroit nigga that was talking shit. I was like, oh, I ain't gonna say. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Shit.
like that. I shoot big niggas like that.
Shit, then we be one. Hey, there'd be one less member in Colossal Boxing Talk.
This is gonna be the end of the show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this with us. Smooth Cat is out.
Big Cool is out.